It's all about thinking out of the box. It's all about using disruptive technologies in ways no one would ever think about. It's all about getting your team armed with new skills and raising the bar of performance even higher. It's all about being chosen just because you're different and because you delight and surprise each time. Our speaker is a person who thrives on innovation. Let's hear it for Executive Director, Select City Walk, Yogeshwar Sharma.
Good afternoon, everyone. Yeah. So it's a very short presentation, 15 to 20 minutes, and very simple. Some points. I mean, even if I don't speak, you will be able to understand. So I'll come to the first slide. So I work for this mall in New Delhi, Select City Walk. I have been part of this mall for a while. I was part of the auction of this plot. Then we built it for some time, 3 years, and now almost 9 years we have been running this. So I have two favorite lines. So one is in the beginning of the slide and one is at the end of the slide. So how well we know what we don't know. So many times we feel that we know this something and we have our opinions about it, but exactly that's not true. So it is not what we don't know that gets us into trouble. It is what we know that it is not so. It's Will Rogers' statement. So innovation is very, very difficult, but it's very easy to talk about innovation. So my job today is very easy to talk about innovation. So a little bit of theory first, 2-3 points, and then I'll come to the shopping center. So the two main challenges I identified: handling conflicting truths. So as a shopping center manager, we come across every day several situations and several information, lot of information which is conflicting in nature, and it becomes very difficult to come to a conclusion. And the second main challenge I believe is managing for today or for tomorrow, because most of us are busy managing today, but I mean our main responsibility is for future. So breaking down these points further, handling conflicting truths. Must be able to appreciate conflicting truths, separate and connect opposite views. So there are many times there are separate views which you have to connect, and there are many times there are opposite views which you have to connect, because there are signals coming from several sides and you have to connect those information to come to a conclusion. Noise versus weak signals. Take the mystery out. Basically, every day so much noise happens in a shopping center, and out of that noise, there are some signals. So in order to shun the noise, we sometimes also miss on the signals which are indicating on the future what is coming. So it's very important to separate signals from the noise. Tracking data, because many times we go by opinions, but it's very critical that we in a shopping center have an eye on data, because data is more relevant when we take a decision. Then understanding cognitive biases. Now, many times we have our own viewpoints, and we tend to look for info that confirms our views. So anything which is not confirming our view, we feel that's not correct. On the other hand, anything which is confirming our old viewpoints, we believe. So this is the biggest trap in innovation, that we only want to see points of view which we believe are right. So it's not either or. It's sometimes there are overlaps. So we have to look for something which is both and instead of either or. So are we managing for today or for tomorrow? So we have to create a sense of urgency, And surprisingly, all of us are very busy, and we are always occupied, and we feel that we are handling urgent things. But most of the time, if you reflect, it's false urgency. That true urgency means the difference between true urgency and the false urgency is that in true urgency, we don't take decisions because we have to take eventually those decisions because time demands that we should take that decision now. So true sense of urgency has to be in the system. So how do we do that? We have to do it in ourselves, in our colleagues, in our juniors, in our seniors, in peer groups. So because we have to match the speed to reach a conclusion. And now future, we tend to think that's a very far off point somewhere, but it comes to us in a daily doses, So it's not difficult to predict. We get signals every day what is happening in the center, how retailers are performing, how consumers are behaving. Everything is visible and it comes to us in daily doses. So if we keep an eye on daily doses, future will not be difficult to predict. So gone are the days when stability and certainty were the aspects. Now we have to change every day, and we have to have dynamism within the team so that we are able to handle new situations. And the difficult task, the most difficult task in my 25 years of career is consensus building, because everybody has a viewpoint and they strongly hold to those viewpoints. So in order to reach a decision, you have to have consensus, and that's the most difficult task. And especially in a company like ours, which is a small company, but we have 3 promoters, directors, advisors, consultants, and so many people. So whenever you have to take a decision, so consensus building takes the most of the time. So now coming to the context, in the context of shopping centers, it's very simple, as I see it. So one is brand mix, one is events, decor, promotions, customer services, back of the house, and use of technology. These are 5-6 points which we have to continue to innovate. And I'll take some examples, like in terms of brand mix, I have put some pictures, like now the center has H&M, Zara, Sephora, Bobbi Brown, Chanel. Then we have BCBG Generation recently opened, Furla open, Napa Dori, very nice Indian brand. Now Massimo Dutti is opening tomorrow. All of you are invited tomorrow evening. Fitness First, Aeropostale, Gap, and now food court also, our new food court. So these pictures I have shown because from the day we started 9 years ago, none of these were present, and they are totally different shopping center. But we continued to innovate, and whenever a new brand came, maybe our timing was right, that when we started the shopping center, new brands started coming into India. We could request our original occupiers to optimize their spaces. In many cases, we reduced the spaces. In some cases, they went on, moved on. So we are able to innovate on the brand mix. Now in events also, we started with some flea market exhibitions and all that, but then now everybody is doing that. So we tried to do something new, Asian Hawkers Market. It was very successful. It added 20,000 people on that weekend to the center. Then we have started one organic market, because the whole world is moving towards organic and healthy eating. So this market we started. The response is not so good, but at the moment, but we feel that is the future, and we are continuing to invest into it. But the people who are aware of it, they are really coming, and they are very regular. Then we started a House of Secrets. It's a kids-oriented event exhibition, which draws a lot of good consumers in the mall. Then last year we did one very nice decor, which was this Hanumanji is made up of, 10,000 bells, 10,000 number of bells, and a huge structure, 26 feet structure, and it was very good a piece of art. Then a dinosaur made of egg trays, empty egg trays. Christmas we celebrate in all possible way. Customer service, like loyalty program, is becoming more important every passing day. Styling services we started. The response was not very good, but slowly it's coming back. Hands-free shopping we started, and recently we have tried with delivery services in the mall. And we were not sure, so we took baby steps. But we are surprised that a lot of consumers are asking for deliveries at home. So on an average, 20 consumers a day are asking to deliver home. So they come, they shop, but they don't want to carry their bags home. The next request is that why can't you collect cash also from home? So we are deliberating on that, how to do it. Then this shoe repair and other services. So this was on the front side. Now back of the house also, we have done a lot of innovation. I'm not an expert on technical, but I have taken a couple of photographs and some views from my chief engineer. So we have developed an energy center. All of you are most welcome to come and see this. This is one of the best energy center in the country, as told by many people who have seen the country. Here we have all the possible equipment displayed, how they work, what is the energy conservation measures, environmental measures, whatever is possible, what is happening behind the scene is all visible here. Then we recently added ATC, automatic tube cleaning system in chillers, and 15% efficiency has improved in chillers. So these are back of the house, and our chairman has said that the back of the house has to be better than the mall. And really, these are the original pictures of yesterday. I mean, not we didn't clean it for the pictures. These are the real pictures. So the last point is use of technology, because e-commerce is coming and we cannot remain in denial mode. We have remained in denial mode for a while, but now no longer we can afford to do that. It is a reality. But I also feel that brick and mortar people need to do a little bit more, because as brick and mortar people, we do not really understand our retailers' business. So first step is to really understand how retailers are working, what are their challenges, what are the roadblocks they're facing, and then try to cooperate with them and do something with them, along with them. And new scenarios are emerging every day, collect and click and collect, and many times people are buying online and returning in the shop. Sometimes people are coming in the shop and not finding their suitable size, and then they're going online. So as a company in Select City Walk, we are investing a reasonable amount in research that where is the word going, and trying to understand from the bigger players that what they are trying to do. And we should not also be taken by surprise. So we are working on it. Very premature to say something, but like a couple of softwares I would like to highlight, which have come to our notice. One is this software. They use this camera, normal camera, and they can tell how many people crossed your store, how many people noticed your window, and how many people entered the store, how many people stayed for long, and how they moved within the store, the circulation pattern within the store as well as within the mall, and how many reached the cash counter. So at the moment, I realized that 250 stores in the mall or brands in the mall, the VM is only dependent on one person's mood and one person's thought process. But this is very, very scientific, that what wall is working. So it gives very clear-cut heat maps that 100% people entered the store. So what was the circulation pattern, and which wall is not performing, which wall is performing. So you can do it more in scientific way rather than only leaving it to one person's judgment. Then there is another German company, Alex was here it's called Minodes. They also come up with something very interesting. We are doing a pilot project with them. So you can exactly find out how the consumer is walking inside the mall. So only requirement is the Wi-Fi should be on. And as per statistics, 70% of people keep their Wi-Fi on all the time. So we are able to track their movement. I mean the phone's movement, not the person's movement, the phone's movement. And if they give their permission, then we can even track what they're buying and how they're buying. So if you go to any of these points, so you know from there if people entered, where all they went. And from each point, you can go and you can see after Zara, the person went to Mac, and from Mac they went to H&M, from H&M they went to. So it's very easy to track the consumer behavior. So instead of leaving it to our own judgment, it is very, very, very scientific and very easy, and it's real time. The best part, it's real time. You can monitor it anytime. That's all. I mean, there are a lot of softwares available in the market now. They're being tested by our technology team, that how we can use that to manage the shopping center in a more intelligent manner. So that's all I had prepared for this today. The last line is beautiful line. It helps me, so I thought I'll share with you. There's a way to do it better. Please find it. Thomas Edison. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.